This is Astro-Insight for the 2017 Aries Full Moon by Kathy Biehl of EmpowermentUnlimited.net. The Aries Full Moon takes place on October 5th, 2017 at 11:40 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time, 2:40 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, 6:40 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time at 12 degrees Aries, 42 minutes, 12 degrees Libra, 42 minutes. This year's Aries Full Moon delivers a paradoxical blend of hot-headed emotions and sober calculation. The pairing may be unusual, but it's just the trick to dispel the confusion and overload of recent months. Sleepwalking, avoidance, stasis, immobility, none are possible now. Constraints are exploding and we are acting and reacting with a cosmic clipboard in hand. Maybe a shovel. A full moon always brings situations and emotions to a head. Aries harvest is impulsive and impassioned, throwing caution and sometimes social niceties to the wind. Relationship issues are always in the mix, with the sun opposite in the sign that rules them, Libra. An Aries full moon lights up and sometimes inflames, balancing the individual against the partner or the union. This time, the balancing act involves uncharacteristic texture and nuance, thanks to the cosmic triple punch that accompanies it. First, the moon's ruler Mars is in an uncommonly restrained mode, thinking with his head instead of with his fists. He's not only in the cerebral, detail-oriented sign of Virgo, but he's also conjunct his cosmic counterpart, Venus. Both are coming off a clarifying, simplifying trine to Pluto, which summoned psychodemons, survival instincts, and bouts of cutting priorities down to essentials. Stripped down, purified, and raw, the ruler of our drive and sexuality is fusing with the ruler of our desires, relationships, and values in a mode of intactness and cleanliness. Our emotional and rational sides may be facing off in the full moon, but the masculine and feminine archetypes are on the same page, another paradox, both approaching their domains with discrimination, a willingness to clean them up, and an eye to improvement. The blending may cool Mars's hot-headed gung-ho tendencies so that he's more determined and pragmatic than pugilistic. It may also tone down this full moon's fieriness. This bodes well for going into or starting an emotional bonfire, knowing it's for the best. Also, for rebounding from pyrotechnics with cleaning supplies and an action plan. Maybe a shovel. The second factor is the relief and exhilaration of recently acquired freedom. While not in aspect to the full moon, unpredictable change agent Uranus is in the moon's sign and only last week gained release from a long-standing, long-building opposition from Jupiter in Libra. Their tension has been challenging relationships to accommodate increasingly idiosyncratic individual expression. As our own drum has become more insistent, connections have either followed or applauded the beat or dropped away. Look for this full moon to light up reactions to that tension giving way. Here's a short list. Awareness of breathing room. Being well and truly done with situations that muffle or trip up your beat. Choosing healthy dynamics with intact boundaries. And coming away with a sensible game plan for getting what you want. Any of those reactions comes with an undeniable urge to continue reshaping the foundations of your life and connections. That's from the third factor, injecting this full moon with uncommon texture and nuance, the sun and the moon making a T-square to Pluto in Capricorn. This configuration provides an avenue for expression and release of the standoff between reason, the sun, and emotion, the moon, between other people, Libra, and the self, Aries. Each extreme is bearing down on Pluto in Capricorn, the cosmic agent of unavoidable change, in the sign of our infrastructures, institutions, and traditions. The pressure is creating another round of tectonic shifts. Resistance is futile. This process is subject to forces outside mortal control. Foundations and structures are undergoing metamorphosis. Long-term goals and ground rules are evolving, just as we are evolving and as our connections with each other are as well. The T-square's pressure is dumping out in the mid-degrees of Cancer, expressing itself in issues of home, family, nurturing, and tribal definitions. All of them are responding to the emotional cresting of this full moon, the heart-will decisions, and the evolutionary surges in our closest connections. But most importantly, each of us is responding. No need to force anything. Venus and Mars in Virgo will restrain you from that. It's a truism of therapy. As a person changes, everyone else in the system shifts, adapts, and changes too. Focus on your experience and trust that the rest is taking care of itself. To learn how this is affecting you personally, book a session with me at my site, empowermentunlimited.net, where you can also sign up for my mailing list and listen to my weekly podcasts. You'll find me on Facebook at Empowerment Unlimited and on YouTube at the Professional Aquarian Channel.